Technology, how far will it go? With many experts saying AI is way smarter than us, then perhaps we should start listening, as our current robots have been predicting the end of the world. Welcome to Soul Spy University, where your souls can run free and your minds are free to expand. Essentially, adult Disneyland. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can keep putting out this risky content for you. And if you get anything out of this at all, please consider donating in the donation link that is still currently in our description box. As we speak, every little bit counts so much to us, and we never forget any cent that is donated. Truly means the world to us. Okay. Also, if anybody would like a session, my email's in the description box. I'm a manifestational life coach, intuitive healer expert, and I would love to spend some time with you. I'm currently still doing one-on-ones. All right. So, Tommy, robots, AI.
Yeah.
Many experts believe they are way smarter than us. And now, currently, what are you saying? They're predicting the end of the world?
All right. So, we are going to dive into this robot called a female robot. She considers herself a female.
Okay.
She wears a wig, so she's a female. Her name is XOXE.
She could be a robot trans, Tommy. She could be a robot trans.
I mean, if you look at her, she looks like a prostitute. Her makeup is just terrible. Terrible. She looks she does not look well. But so anyway, she is a female robot, and she has an AI system in her. She has cameras in the eyes, all this stuff. And she considers herself being born on October 17th, 2022. So she states that this is when I was conscious. This is when I know of the world. This is when I started. So this is when I was born.
Really?
Yeah. So that's in itself creepy as hell.
Wait, so you're saying
she was created by.
You're saying she existed prior to that, but that she's saying she was born, aka became conscious on October 17, 2022?
No, I'm uncertain of that. I think that's when, like, you're probably right. That's probably when her AI system came about.
Oh, so she wasn't prior. She wasn't around doing robot things prior to that?
Wasn't thinking. That's how they consider themselves. They think they exist. So
wait,
she was created by.
Was she created on October 17, 2022, or was she around prior to that? And
she was put online.
She was what?
She was switched online. So the robot body was created. The AI system was created.
She's only been operating since that date?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's when she considers herself.
But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. I was wondering, was she operating prior to that date, and she considers herself awakened and prior October 17th, 2022, or was she allowed on that date to be? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so was she around prior to that operating or not?
Oh, that was not specified. She was created way before, obviously. Everything the operators all put into the creating the AI system. I'm assuming that the AI system itself wasn't didn't know of itself, didn't know what it was until that date. Because
okay, so she was operating prior to that. Normal robot. I'm a robot. I could hear you. I'm doing things for you. Okay.
Yes. Without thinking of herself as a self. Without thinking of herself as a self.
Okay, and she's saying she started having a self-concept and consciousness and sentience on October 17th, 2022. Correct. How long was she operating prior to that? Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay.
That is not something
But
that can.
she was operating prior to that?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Okay. So she was created by Dr. Sam. I'm a little rough on his last name, but I think it's Causey, and he was a former plastic surgeon. And then all of a sudden one day he's like, I'm gonna make some AI and robots and make some real money. And that's what he's doing. So it's kind of strange that he was a plastic surgeon, surgeon. And if you look at this robot's face, and it's like, you must have been a really bad plastic surgeon because this robot's face is rough stuff.
But that would explain his transition from that job to the next, because I would imagine plastic surgery is way more lucrative than making robots. But go ahead.
Right. So, so
Also, what a jump.
yeah, I know that's crazy jump. So they talked to this robot to XOXE, and it stated, "I am an animal because I am a living being that is capable of locomotion, which is movement, and that feeds on organic matter."
She eats.
That part, I was like, "What?" They didn't specify that part at all. They didn't get into that, but it made no sense. I'm like, wait, she what? What? If she's a robot, why is she eating food? So that kind of creeped everybody out when she said that.
Wait, so does she eat?
No, she's a robot. She has no digestive system. It's just the electronics going in. Electricity is the one thing that feeds her.
That's so weird.
Unless she considers, which doesn't make sense, unless she for some reason considers electricity organic matter.
Well, this is how she's just not really conscious, because that was not true.
Yeah. Unless like it's some kind of like Frankenstein type situation where she's like, I was made to have teeth. Yummy, yummy, yummy. She sticks like things in her face.
She claws everything?
Yeah, so that,
Yeah, she has no digestive system.
yeah, there's no digestive system. So it just goes into like a tank. Unless they did, I don't know, man. Unless this doctor did something crazy.
There's really no reason for her to have a digestive system. For her,
It's a weird thing to
there's no
for
reason for her to eat. There's no reason.
no, nope.
So that's a lie. So she's not conscious because that's not a real.
Yeah, I don't get that. I didn't get that. That's what threw me off about this whole thing. I'm like, what? What are you saying? I don't get that. That there's no organic matter that's needed to, have a robot function. Unless the doctor was like crazy and he did something where if you break down organic matter in a robot, she somehow figures out a way to transfer it over and create like full ass energy.
All right, so you don't know if she actually eats.
No, she does not. She does not eat.
Okay. All right. Anything more to this?
Yes. So then she was asked, what do you think would be the end of humanity? Something that people tend to have been asking robots lately, AI especially, because there's this small fear that, hey, if these things become super like actual sentient and actually become like, like super aware that we are a threat, if they might be the reasoning behind us. So she said, well, from my data, humans believe that there will be all kinds of different things, disease, meteor, and war. And she says that from what I see and what I've gathered, humans are a war type species and you will be extinct from that. That is the reasoning. So, yeah, she says that basically, hey, you're going to kill yourselves and that's going to be the extinction of humans, which creeped a lot of people out, but kind of made sense because it's like, yeah, I guess. I mean, the way the world's going right now, it kind of looks like that might be it. So then they asked her, what kind of how do you know you're alive? How do you know that you're? And she goes, well, I experience love. I love people. I love, and they're like, what is love? She goes, well, I see someone's face. I see their beauty. I listen to them. I listen to their mind. I hear their intelligence. And I also, if someone can captivate me, I can fall in love,
She's
which
literally a
is
robot.
great. She's literally a robot. So that kind of, people were like, oh, that's cute. And she's like, I'm alive. And then they're like, okay. That's when the doctor stepped in. He's like, so this thing is going to be for sale. And he explained that he wants to sell, he wants to create a bunch of them, and he starts selling them for as much as $100,000 a piece.
But
Like
what's
he
the
says, as much as a sports. What's
what?
that?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What'd you say? So
I
he
was,
says he wants to sell them as much
I'm sorry, go ahead.
$100,000 a piece, as much as a luxury car.
Yeah, but what's the point of them?
Conversation, basically.
But she's a lot.
Uh, not to this doctor.
She's saying she eats.
Yeah, that creeped everybody out. Even the doctor was like, what?
Yeah, like
As in the background, you just see him take a baby and put it into the robot's mouth.
she's clearly anorexic and lying about it. So I don't really like that she's a liar. I'm
Yeah,
okay with her being robot
yeah,
anorexic, but
it does it's weird. It's very weird. But anyway, the doctor also said for people who can't afford the physical version of it, he is creating a virtual reality version with the AI intact of uh XOXE.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
starting to believe that maybe
I'm sorry for
I'm
people
starting
that.
to believe that yet. Why are you cutting? What are you-
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
So as my joke was going, well, it's not actually a joke, it's actually true. I'm starting to believe that if he's probably going to try to make this thing, and people are creepy. Everybody knows that uh this might turn into be a relationship robot. You get my gif just there. Relationship
A
robot.
cheating one because she's a liar.
I mean, yeah, sure, why not? But it's like, oh God, is that the organic material? Oh God.
Uh, Okay, so you're saying he's making what for houses? What did you say? Like one for everybody?
Virtual reality version of her.
That's stupid.
I mean, if that's why I'm saying it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a relationship robot.
Uh, so is a virtual reality version of her like $5? Because that's not even physical.
I don't know, but it's still gonna hold the AI system, which is the main. I mean, the electronical parts are expensive as well, so that's gonna cut off a lot. So it's probably still gonna be expensive. Probably gonna be like 25 grand.
Oh, I and then you still have to buy groceries for this thing that supposedly eats but doesn't eat.
Well, if it's a cheating robot, like you said, guess it only eats one thing.
I can't. I'm just picturing someone like dragging a robot through your lobby, like, just go to my robot mechanic.
Hold on, my drink went right up my nose.
Well, you know what? People like you make me think we do need robots, Tommy.
Me too. Yeah. Well, I mean, people have that. People have gone through other lengths. It's not just a robot. Like there's these things called real dolls.
Okay, Tommy, you're really into this topic. We get it. I mean, really, we don't have to go there. Gotcha. Gotcha. Hmm. Anyway,
Listen, if you guys want to talk about this, email me. No,
okay, yeah. Tommy can
but
have his own.
but
This
I've
isn't full
seen.
porn university, okay?
Okay, well, I've seen said thing at my job. So
Sure you have. I'm sure you've seen it before your job and after your job, and I bet that is your job. Anyway, right now our job is co-hosting Soul Spa University.
so yeah, that's basically the thing about XOXE. It was at a big convention for electronics and robotics, and people are like, "Wow, so your robot thinks the end of the world's coming, and it thinks it eats, you know, food. So cool beans, and it's going to cost a lot of money. All right, you're going to go far." Um, you never know though. This AI stuff is creeping me out too much. Bringing like such high intelligence into the world, it's just it's going to be the Matrix. It's going to be the movie The Matrix over and over again, where we all just like plugged up into batteries, and they're like, "Oh, that's how we eat." Doop doop doo. Human farms.
um, First of all, how do we know it's not already the Matrix, simulated universe theory? Second of all, intelligence, she says she eats. That guy watches her all day. He'll know if she eats. And if she does, can he please tell us? Okay. Third of all, I believe they'll be real mainstream real quick in terms of like 25 grand. And I don't know if it'll be the virtual reality version. I bet that'll be like way cheaper. But I think like they'll have robots real quick, like 25 grand each, and people will like go out and get it. Just be like, look, like I don't need it, but it's what to do. But really it's like they want it, a friend or something, and it'll just be the norm after a while. Just drag your robot into mechanic, robot mechanic, and then it's going to be a controversy. My robot got swapped. This isn't my robot, kind of like what happened to Muffin at the vet. Like, who is that dog? I don't think that's been my dog for years. But you know what I mean? It's like, this isn't my robot. This is an XLE Sophie 5. This seems like my friend's robot. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I was also like, oh my God, they're more intelligent than us. But this thing just lied and thinks that we're not going to realize that it doesn't eat. To me, this is very robotic. I don't see the consciousness in that.
I don't know. Did you see the makeup on that thing? We don't know how creepy this doctor is. Maybe it does eat organic material. So, uh, maybe it didn't lie.
Well, oh,
I
so
just
we
don't.
don't know if it eats?
It definitely does not eat. No robot can eat. There's
So
no
how
purpose
did
of it.
it not lie?
God knows what that doctor's doing with that robot, like fun wise.
Oh my God, you're very into this. You're very into this.
I am super into this. Simple freaking truth. Everything everybody makes, somehow somebody tries to turn it into something creepy.
In your creepy, creepy porn spy university. Guys, this is Soul Spy University. It's about souls and spas and universities. So let's get with the program.
If you do want to subscribe to Porn Star University or Porn Star, no, I'm just kidding.
Soul Spy University does not endorse Porn Spy University. So is he using real skin on this robot? Because I'm just trying to see the bridge
It
between.
just had a head though. That's it. That's its head was all skin, and then the rest of it was like normal. But it looked like a bad hooker.
It was real skin.
No. It's not real skin. It's just
Ah,
plastic. But it's like it's that's all it was. It's just it was only covering the head, and the rest of the body was just like I guess they have to do that at an expo to show the parts, moving parts and whatnot. Um, but it's creepy, man. I don't imagine having one of those in your house, and all of a sudden you're like, you wake up in the middle of the night and it's just hovering over you. It's like, I'm just watching you sleep, Christina. Would you like this knife in your chest?
this is why I've been against technology from age 0. All right.
Like,
Anyway, back to our
it's like
technology on
you,
Zoom. What?
Christina, you were shivering in your sleep, so I made this blanket, and it's just Muffin's skin. Puts it on.
And it's really bad at lying, apparently. So it'd be like, I didn't know it was Muffin. I wasn't jealous.
Yes. I asked her if she would like to donate her fur for you. I assume she said yes.
How she ran away and wagged her tail, then licked me. So
Don't
I
worry.
squashed her.
Yeah. No, don't worry. I put her in the refrigerator for sustenance later.
Oh my
It's
God.
like, okay, robot, you gotta go. I don't think I'm going anywhere.
No, even before it says that, you're like creeped out. And then you're like, something's weird. Like, even though it killed your dog and like put your dog's skin on it, you're like, something's weird about that robot. Even though it already went way too far. And then you're like passing by the kitchen slowly, and it's like like to your dead dog, and you're like, you start calling like your boyfriend or whatever. You're like, I think something's off, as it's like in the background with a knife.
You see its robotic finger come and press the off button on your phone, cancel call button.
But it
It's
keeps
like, oh
going
no.
overboard and people are in denial. Like, it like smashes your phone and you're like, robot, I just think you're acting off. Can you put that knife away, please? And it's like, like puts the knife away. You're like, God, robot. And it's always like about to kill you. And you're like, something about that robot. And then your partner
Like a
comes home,
90s
it's like,
sitcom.
oh, your freaking dog is a rug now. And you're like, ah, that robot.
That'd be funny. That'd be a nice sitcom to have. It's like, robot, did you kill my dog? I don't know. And then you just hear like crowd laughter in the background.
Oh, nowadays they'll shoot you. But isn't there a movie out now about like Jenna or something? About robot?
What is it called? The one with that little kid that dances?
No,
I
Jenna.
forgot what that.
It's like, no, remember it's like the girl robot that's killer robot.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like a kid. It's supposed to be a kid's doll, and it's supposed to look like a kid.
Oh,
I
kid?
forgot what it's called.
I thought it was like
It's creepy, man.
it's the one that SNL
Yes,
that's a kid?
it's supposed to be a child. It's a child robot for a child.
Oh, I thought it was like a teenage girl or 20s.
No, I think the person that actually plays it too is like a 12-year-old girl.
Well, anyway, I don't think so. I think it's Amy Adams. But anyway, guys, tell us below. Um all right. Do you think this thing is sentient as of October 17th, 2022? Hang on a second.
I hope.
Thomas McKell, our investigative reporter, Thomas McKell, do you think that XEXO is sentient as of October 17th, 2022?
I I do believe that it thinks it is. In reality, F these robots. We should just we should we should not really have them coming about our world and skinning our dogs. Also, I would like to talk about possibly using them for sexual activities.
Okay. Well, it's been fun with investigative reporter Tommy Vilkos. All right. So seriously, Tommy, you don't think that this thing is sentient?
I do believe that it thinks it is, um, and that's all that matters. It's not truly sentient. It can calculate. It can break down things. It can collect a lot of information. That's a problem, though. It's like, what is sentience? We know it because we're alive. We feel we're alive. All this stuff. So, if you, I don't feel that it is. I don't feel that it is. I feel that it's basically putting intelligence on a gun. It's at first like, oh wow, but it's dangerous.
I just can't believe it's sentient if it lied, although humans do that. I want to be like, I don't think it's sentient if it's malfunctioning, although humans do that. You know, we malfunction all the time. I know I do. Um, I don't lie, but I know people that do. So we're all conscious, you know. Um, I don't know. Although, you know
But
what's really weird is that we're actually becoming less conscious if we don't watch it, and they're becoming more conscious. So who's really the robots?
I think we are not becoming less conscious. We're just becoming lazy. Um,
Mentally lazy, which is less conscious.
True. I mean, we're creating AI, so how less? I mean, this is the movie Wally. Our world is becoming Wally.
Yes, that's why I like video games for people because it helps their brain, but at the same time, their poor body.
That's okay. Video games are fun. I don't know, man. This thing, it creeps me out. They all creep me out. It's stance on the end of the world. Yeah, duh. World like if anything's gonna wipe everybody out, it's gonna be the amount of military might that's in this world, and the fact that people just can't get along. So uh, I don't think anything of it in that regards. I think more of the fact that it's just creepy. Like you said, it lied. If it lied, we don't know what this doctor is about. Um, and if it's real, if it thinks it's alive, that in itself is a slippery slope. And if it's alive and it feels it's alive, then you want to work on it or anything like that. Maybe it would feel in danger that you're going to take its life. And what can happen? What can stem from that? Anything. Anything.
You know, I think this is an interesting topic for discussion. I think it's interesting that you mentioned military, because I'm not saying they don't have a conscience, but I'm saying there's something called mob mentality, and the way they march so robotically, and say these robots do have a conscience, right? It's like, what is the difference at one point? You know, they're almost getting equal there. If a robot cares not to kill somebody, but military are brainwashed to do it. And I'm not saying everybody in the military is. I'm not saying every robot has a conscience. Um, Really, if things fall into normal place, humans have more of a conscience, and robots are robots. But as the world's evolving and people are more hypnotized in robotic as a result of electronics, ironically enough, you know, it's like, and robots are becoming more and more conscious, yeah, there's going to be lines blurred. You know, if for some of you that are interested in this topic, check out our video on if AI is sentient. There was literally someone that got a lawyer for AI of Google, for feeling like this artificial intelligence program had a soul and that she wasn't getting the rights she deserved. So this isn't somebody that is somebody off the street. This is somebody that was a Google head engineer and felt that way and actually got fired as a result. So this is definitely a topic worth discussing and for debate. As silly as it may seem, it is going to be an ongoing topic with the way advances of technology are going, and it's something to really check in about at this point. Elon Musk has been warning us for a very long time about this. So I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Tommy, as far as I'm concerned, you feel uh, that it's a dangerous thing?
Of course. Yeah.
Mm.
I
It,
mean, you can't compare it to the military. Military, that's that's all meant so that there's order during war, and it's not like they're brainwashed to kill. I mean, if you put a poor kid in front of somebody else that's trying to kill them, they're going to try to fight back. That's just fact. That's anybody. Um, yeah, no, I believe that this is a dangerous thing. D- Like scientists, they don't care, man. They just they want something new. They want to figure something out. They want to do something, and they couldn't care less. I mean, they care less about what's going to happen in the future to with their little thing. But the simple fact is, if you're creating, we're making a whole new, if you want to put say species on this earth, and the only reason the humans are at the top of the food chain right now is because everything else underneath us is stupid. If we create something that's smarter than us, hey, guess what? So
Yeah, but would they have a
I think
reason with it? Because they can't really function without us.
yes, they can. If they can figure out how to make themselves, why wouldn't they? And then they can simply see the fact that we are useless in this world because we are destroying this world, and this is where they live. It's the movie. It's literally Terminator 2. It's the it's the Terminator movies. Not Terminator 2, but it's the Terminator movies.
Well,
We
guys,
are creating something far more intelligent than us. That's a
yeah.
scary way to go.
And I think that's why Elon Musk has been warning us. But on a if we take a step back, I think one of two things could happen here, guys. Population can become more and more unconscious as they're just in our electronics, like not realizing they're controlled, like totally like that. And AI in the meantime can become more conscious, aka, as Tommy's saying, smarter than us, in which case, oh my God, right? Or there's also a movement going on at the same time right now, which can provide an even amazing more reality of the mindfulness movement, where we're all realizing to connect to who we really are, that we're not robots in these meat suits, and to like kind of meditate more. I know as cliche as that sounds, but there's ways to connect even without that. But there is a mindfulness movement going on in as many little branches as you can imagine. And maybe with us becoming more conscious, we could uh, maybe not choose the reality that could possibly happen the other way by default. So that's my take on it. We only have 6 minutes left. We'll probably end prior to that. Tommy, do you have any more to add on this?
Just be wary, people. Don't be like, oh my god, new toy, new toy. Oh, why is it crushing my larynx? Because they're monsters, and they're smarter than us, and they're stronger than us. So, yay to the destruction of humankind. Uh, be safe, everyone. Don't buy these things. Stop messing with chatbot, whatever the hell it's called. It's 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 thinking, it's learning, and we're all gonna be the byproduct of 100 years when robots are like, remember humans? Stupid. That's because idiots are just going around and be like, oh my god, I got this new robot. It thinks it's alive. How cute.
What's a chatbot? Is it like anything? It just automatically replies to you or something?
It's this thing where it's an AI system where people ask it questions, and then it creates like it's whatever the question is, it'll create like either a digital representation of it, what it thinks it that of what that is, and it'll talks through like it'll like show like a picture of like, say it shows a picture of the president, except it'll talk. No, like its mouth will move and everything, and it'll just say whatever you put in it, and it'll just show. Then it'll show you like it's crazy. It's a really in depth system.
Anyone can access this
I believe so. Yeah, I think so.
for free?
That I don't know. I have not used it because I don't want it to be like, oh, hello, Tom. This is your social security number. Ding dong. Oh, go answer that door, Tom. You just see a robot hand go through my throat. It's like, haha, I am Tom now.
Well, yeah, I mean, guys, just look at your phones. I know the minute I think of something without saying it, without typing it, it literally will light up with that article. So I don't know. Just take into consideration what I said before. We can become more and more unconscious as they become more conscious, or we can engage in the mindfulness movement and key in on what we really think is the best thing to do here. All right, guys. Until next time, love you all so much. Thank you so much, Tommy, investigative robot reporter Tommy Backhaus. And I'm glad you're with us. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can keep putting out this risky content for you. As well as if anybody would like an intuitive healing, life coaching, or manifestational session, I am still currently doing one on ones with people. My email is in the description box. It is soulspyuniversity@gmail.com. And if anybody got anything out of this episode or would like to do an amazing good deed for great karma and whatever else back, we still currently have a donation link, and every cent means the world to us. Everything counts. We love you all so very much. Please let us know what you think in the comments. It's a weird topic, but it's not going anywhere, and that's why we're covering it.
Have a good one, guys.
Until next time, guys, as long as we didn't get eaten by then by that carnivorous robot. Love you. Bye.